Hi, I'm Tabi Gweji. Welcome to SABC News' 13th episode of the podcast series in first person, where we capture first-hand accounts of traumatic experiences and the often challenging journey to survival.
Coming up.
Then what happened was then I got hit from behind, and that's when I fell down from there. Found out that no, the eye has popped, and there's no way that you can it can heal. I was an angry man for a good couple of 6 months, because now I'm trying to adapt to this thing of having just one eye.
In this episode, we follow the story of Mosa Nqhome, who lost his eye to violent assault by members of a security company.
This happened, about 10, 12 years ago. It was a Sunday. It was just a normal Sunday, where a friend of mine and I went out for lunch. We were out there, just a normal Sunday, and by the time we had left, we actually were leaving the reputable restaurant we were sitting at. And when we left, all of a sudden, a friend of mine was surrounded by some security guards at the establishment. Whereas when then I realized, okay, there's some trouble going on, I tried to go and protect him. And what led to that next was that we were taken to their main office, where he was arrested by the security company, and a brew fell out between the security guards and him. So I was in between the security guards and my friend, where now obviously because there's an altercation between the two, I was attacked from behind.
According to the South African Police Services, assault consists of unlawfully and intentionally applying force to the person of another, inspiring a belief in another person that force is immediately to be applied to him or her. Assault with intent to cause grievous bodily harm. This is another form of assault, however committed, with the intention to cause serious bodily injury.
Tensions were getting higher and higher. The only thing I could think of was, try and get him out as quick as possible before any tensions came out. So obviously now the tensions were starting getting higher and higher. That's when we got more angry. And then what happened was then I got hit from behind, and that's when I fell down from there. My friend as well was hit. I think he was hit on the forehead. Yeah, after that, sure. That is when I'm sure I must have passed out for about maybe 15 to 20 seconds.
The National Institute of General Medical Sciences describes physical trauma as a serious injury to the body. Two main types of physical trauma are blunt force trauma. That's when an object or force strikes the body, often causing concussions, deep cuts, or broken bones. Penetrating trauma is when an object pierces the skin or body, usually creating an open wound.
I was a bit dazed when I woke up and realized that I had been hit on my eye, and that's when the ambulance came in, and I was taken to hospital, and I was there for a good couple of days. With the obviously not knowing what the major outcome of the injury. Obviously, they couldn't do anything because of the swelling of the face for like 4 or 5 days. So I had to stay in the hospital there, just to wait for the swelling to be done and do a couple of tests to figure out what was exactly wrong with with my eye? Is it just, if there's no if the eye had popped or not, or is it just just a swelling of the face? Is it covered? I was then taken to a specialist to do more tests as well. That's when they found out that no, the eye has popped, and there's no way that you can there's no way it can heal.
Law for All advises the following in opening an assault case. Report the incident to the police station so that a docket can be opened. The crime will then be investigated by an investigating officer. A docket will be sent to the court, and a prosecutor will then decide if a further investigation is necessary. The National Prosecuting Authority, also known as NPA, decides whether to prosecute or not. The NPA is likely not to proceed if they think the case isn't strong enough because, for example, of insufficient evidence. If the NPA does decide to go ahead with prosecution, the case is then sent to court for indictment. Mosa wanted justice.
Okay. During the time I was still in the hospital, for those couple of days, a case was opened. They called it a J88. In terms of the eye, there was nothing they could do, but there's nothing they could do. So the only way was to remove the eye. The other way as well was to go back to the company, the security company who had injured me, and go sue them, and they must pay for that. Whereas now, during that time of waiting and getting more information of what happened exactly, sure, I had to go see different psychologists, different different people where in terms of how am I coping in terms of seeing with one eye. I had to go through. Sure, it was quite a lot. I mean, that took about 3-4 years until an outcome came out. I mean, during that time as well. I mean, it was quite hectic because it was something that I wasn't used to. Even going out to a mall somewhere, people are, you can see that people are looking at you funny because of this droopy eye that you have. It was quite irritating. Most of the time, actually, I would be sitting at home and try not to go, and not try and go out as much as I would like, as I used to, having two eyes. I had to cover my eye just to go out for those 5-10 minutes to get some fresh air. Sure, it put a lot of pressure on me because it's something that I was not used to.
According to Recovery Direct, trauma counseling following an event plays a key role. It can enable one to see the light at the end of the tunnel and stop living life for just that particular moment in time. The counseling is aimed at helping the individual live a more fulfilled life in spite of the trauma they have undergone.
I was an angry man for a good couple of 6 months, because now I'm trying to adapt to this thing of having just one eye. It took quite a while. I mean, for me to actually really try and accept it, because I mean, I remember even at one point where I was saying to myself, you know what? I mean, this thing is gone. I need to kind of deal with it and realize that, look, it's gone. It won't come back. I mean, during the time when I was seeing the psychologists as well, I mean, seeing them was just to build up a case for when I am actually when I was actually due for a court appearance. But other than that, I kind of got it over it myself, by just accepting that, look, it's gone. There's no way of actually replacing the eye.
Eye injuries may occur as a result of direct trauma to the eye. According to DCS attorneys, if your eye injury is the result of someone else's actions or negligence, you may be able to claim compensation for medical costs and, if applicable, loss of earnings. To give your eye injury claim the best chances of success, you should enlist the help of a legal professional with experience in personal injury claims.
I was financially compensated, but you know what? For the value that that I got paid out, and I still say to myself as well, look, losing an organ like an eye, there is no limited amount of money that could replace that, or even more money could replace that. I still think that for the amount that I got out, it's still, I think it's still not enough. I think I should have got more out of it. Because look, I mean, uh, like I said, there is no value to replace an eye.
Healing is the process of making or becoming sound or healthy again. Accepting change led to Mosa's own healing.
It's look, I mean, it's taken me quite a while to get used to just having one eye, but obviously now that it's taken me a couple of years, to adapt using one eye. I pretty much do everything that what a person has that has two eyes. It's just that only difference that I have is I see with one eye, and my depth perception is a bit low. Um, I even nowadays I actually laugh about having one eye, because now it's something that is part of me, and um, I even when I sit around with my friends, we'll sit and talk and laugh about it, instead of actually just holding it back and keeping it in with even keeping it in with you. Um, yeah, no, I I've pretty much, I adapted. Um, every day I wake up, it seems like it's the norm to me. Um, but yeah, other than that, no, I'm okay. I've accepted. Okay, probably the suppress was probably the wrong word to use, but I've healed. I'm okay. Every day, it's not something that I think about it every day. Or, or I look back towards it. No, no, I'm healed. I'm okay. I'm good in that sense. I mean, it's yeah. I would say I don't think I even how can I say, dream about it at night. No, I am good in that sense. I have accepted that. Look, I have one eye, but this will always be there for the rest of my life.
Thank you for listening. You can visit sabcnews.com or at SABC News on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube for the latest episode of In First Person. For SABC Digital News, I'm Tabi Gwiji.